2014 was a great year for Colorado businesses, and 2015 even looks more promising. This is Jeffrey Campos, and this is Hispanic Business TV's weekly report. Today, an opportunity to speak with Olivia Mendoza from the Office of Economic Development's Small Business Office.
I have a really non-traditional background that led me to state government. I have worked for the past 17 years in the private sector and also in the nonprofit sector. And when I worked in the nonprofit sector, was very focused on advocacy and research on economic development and education issues. And this is actually my very first time working in state government. And in this role, my focus is very, very simple. It's that same focus of the Office of Economic Development, which is to retain, grow, and recruit businesses in Colorado. And my specific lens and focus is on advancing the minority business community.
Share a little of the vision of the Office of Economic Development for the state of Colorado, specifically the Minority Business Office.
Well, again, our vision is the same as the Office of Economic Development and International Trade, which is really committed to lifting up and moving forward the entirety of the economy here in Colorado. And the way our office contributes to that is by really focusing on the needs of the minority business community. And we really do that through three strategies. The first strategy is what I would call our advocate and advance strategy. And we're really out on the ground in the communities in all the counties across the state, advocating, listening to businesses, finding out what their needs are, and potentially opportunities to advocate for them, as well as just advancing the businesses through connection to resources, connection to information, and access to capital. So this is really where we are providing direct services out in the community.
Hispanic residents in Colorado spend more than $12 billion each year here, and they contribute to $1.3 billion in tax revenue annually. Many of them really own their businesses. How does your agency contribute, especially to the growth of Hispanic businesses in Colorado?
Well, I think going back to initially what I was talking as far as our three strategies, the first one is really providing information and access, right? The other two, I think, are critical to advancing Hispanic businesses in Colorado and all the minority businesses in Colorado. And that second strategy is what we would call the blueprint integration. So when the governor first took office in 2008, he started what they called the bottom-up approach. So went out to all the counties, all the different industries around the state to figure out what would they need from government to ensure that we were reducing barriers and increasing opportunity. And out of that came the Colorado Blueprint. So my role is really to ensure that we're connecting minority and women businesses into this blueprint. An example would be international business. We have a whole division dedicated to that. Well, we need to make sure that minority and women businesses are integrated into that strategy around international business. The key industries are critical in Colorado. They make up 65% of the economy here in Colorado, and those there's 14 key industries. Of those, 7 are what we would call advanced industries, and they are comprised of STEM field and STEM focused industries, and I really want to connect minority women and businesses into those strategies. And the last piece is really around data and research. So a part of being able to advance and move minority and women businesses forward is knowing where you're starting. Where's your baseline? So we're creating different research reports and data points to be able to just get an assessment of the businesses around the state. Both where are they geographically, concentrated geographically, but also where are they within the industry sectors.
Well, I know the Office of Economic Development sponsors a procurement expo. Could you elaborate a little about that and the opportunity that it may have on small businesses?
Absolutely. The value of the procurement expo is, think of how little time small businesses have to be calling all different procurement professionals or purchasing agents within different agencies all across the state. It's just impossible. It's a huge task because our small businesses really need to be focused on their customers and delivering their product or services efficiently. So the whole genesis of the Procurement Expo is to bring procurement professionals from all different levels of government, federal, state, and municipal, together in one room in one day. And the expo is free for any small business, minority business, or women-owned business to attend. And here's a chance for them to just get to network and meet the procurement professionals, identify if there's an opportunity for their product or service to respond to an RFP for these procurement officials, and really that's the purpose of it. Concurrently, we have workshops. So a lot of times it's about taking your business to the next level. Maybe you've been really successful or you're just getting started, but you need information. So besides the networking that happens that day at the expo, we also provide workshops so businesses can identify what information makes sense for them. We have workshops all the way as singularly focused as how do you respond during disasters. So unfortunately in Colorado, we've seen a lot of that over the past few years. Well, how do small businesses get access to those RFPs specifically during disaster relief efforts? And all the way as broad topics as how do you market your product to state officials. So that's really the focus of the Procurement Expo.
Do you have a date set up for next year? 2015 is around the corner.
We do. It's happening on March 15th, 2015, and really we picked March because that's official procurement month as dedicated by the governor. So we're really trying to connect all the services that we have for this community.
And where could people find more services or opportunities on your website?
On our website, so www.advancecolorado.com or .gov, is our website. And that's the website for the Office of Economic Development and International Trade. And within there, you'll find resources specifically to international business, to small business development, to minority businesses. So we have a directory on our website that is dedicated to really becoming a clearinghouse of all the minority businesses in the state. And I encourage businesses to add their name to this listing because it's public and searchable. So I'll give you an example. I got a request from someone in Longmont a couple of weeks ago asking, hey, we have this RFP that's going to come out. We'd like to really ensure that we have a diverse response and a diverse audience. Do you have a directory that we can invite people to respond to this RFP? And so we send them to our directory. So there's a lot of tools that different businesses, depending on the stage, can access.
Great. Olivia, thank you so much for your time today, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.